if I were to achieve fame, I would want it to be in something that is really benefiting other people, like what I'm doing now, getting my story out there and getting known by so many people. I do so only because I see the benefit in hearing my story and hearing my perspectives, and hopefully some things that I say can speak to the right people's hearts. My wife and I are very trauma-informed, and we understand human psychology and what forms people to be who they are. So it really plays into helping people in their relationship to understand what childhood parts are coming up in an argument, and that it's not actually about what's going on between you right now. It's your two
It's about what's going on in here, in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we get in our heads and we try to think too much, and our partner says something and we immediately, what did they mean by that? And then it starts more thoughts, and we could have just stayed present with the initial statement, but what did you mean by that? And we cause our own problems. Yeah, my wife and I are working on doing more of that, and that feels good.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad that you're able to like find something that feels good. You said you wanted to like make documentaries for like a long time. What is your, I guess, history with wanting to be a filmmaker or like a video person?
Ever since I was like 6 years old, I had a camera in my hand everywhere.
Really?
I have so many thousands of random pictures, but of course my photography skills developed over the years, got better.
Of course.
In about 2004, I discovered video and how it's a moving picture. You can tell so much more of a story in it. So I became so fascinated with video, and I started making all these little videos. I've had YouTube accounts ever since YouTube first came out, and I used to have an account that was getting millions of views on the videos. Truck videos
Really?
At the time. They were nothing special, but just truck videos. And so I've been making videos for a lot of my life, but I've always wanted to put that creative effort towards something good, because I keep making all these stupid little videos here and there because I just wanted to be creative but didn't have a passion to put it towards. And so I always thought, if I could make documentaries about people's lives, now I stumbled upon this whole thing.
You get to make them about yourself.
Source of content, yeah.
Do you want to be famous, or like would you like to achieve fame, or is that not really something? Some people really want it, some people don't really care, and then some people really don't want it. So I guess I'm curious like where you fall on that.
As far as my astrological sign goes, I'm a rising Leo, so I guess I'm supposed to want to be in the light. I've never actually wanted fame. I always knew that I wanted to become known for something, so I guess maybe a certain level of fame, but it's not that I'm seeking fame. If I were to achieve fame, I would want it to be in something that is really benefiting other people, like what I'm doing now, getting my story out there and getting known by so many people. I do so only because I see the benefit in hearing my story and hearing my perspectives, and hopefully some things that I say can speak to the right people's hearts.
Yeah, I can see that. I think you probably have a good shot with this topic, truthfully. It seems like Detrans content tends to have a very dedicated audience in who watches it. How has that been for you, like navigating that audience or that like niche of the internet?
It's been weird. For one, I've never gained this kind of recognition before, where it's so many
almost
people...
like 700 subs in like the last week, right?
Yeah, it was insane. I put a video on YouTube. I'm used to making videos, putting them on YouTube, and it gets maybe 20 views in weeks. And this one of mine went to like 64,000 views in just a week or so. It blows my mind. And all the comments, I expected when I started making these Detrans videos, I expected to be bombarded with all kinds of negativity. And you're trying to eradicate the world of trans people. I have been accused of that one many times. I love all people. I love all expressions. I'm just trying to tell my story to hopefully help others from suffering the grief that I went through, to maybe consider the possibility that this may change sometime. You might not live with this for the rest of your life. So it's been fascinating, because I thought that I would just be bombarded with death threats and all kinds of things for telling the truth. And initially I started to on my Facebook. There was a couple of my trans friends that I had been friends with. Then they started telling me, you're doing a terrible thing. You are going to cause harm to trans people. And I really don't want that. I'm honest. I love everybody. I don't want to see anybody hurt. I don't want to see anybody suffer the kind of grief that I've had to go through when you realize that maybe you shouldn't have done something so permanent to your body.
Yeah. I can definitely understand that, and I would agree with you that sometimes, like I mentioned, I'm not gonna say all trans people, but people that are very, very, very pro-trans, not just like supportive of trans people, but you get the idea that I'm going for,
Yeah.
are hostile to like detrans people. But again, I feel like as long as you're not actively going out of your way to like hurt trans people, then like it's not super bad. But on that, I would take that you do support like people having the right to transition or like access to hormones, even access to surgeries past a certain age. Nobody's saying like cut up a 12-year-old. Nobody's saying that. But like you support people having the freedom, I guess, to like do what they want in their life.
Because really, it's your life, it's your body, and you ultimately, as long as you are an adult, you have the mental ability to make that decision that it's your body. And if it, like Buck Angel, for example,